All right, we got Mr. Ashton's 2016 BMW 320i here today. I apologize for all the junk around. We got the Suburban and Bel Air. We're doing some spring cleaning right now. I got the scooter pulled out and tires, getting rid of some things, but we also got to work in the interim. So it'll be cleaned up here shortly, hopefully. But today we're going to address a couple things. So we got the breather hose. It's called the fuel tank breather hose. Took me forever to figure that out. You'll see it broke off right here. I actually pulled the section off that goes up across the front here, but I'll show it to you here momentarily. It broke and was hitting the belt and melting on the belt and also causing the belt to slip. I also noticed the tensioner is weak and bobbling a lot, which is helping the belt slip as well, making the alternator not charged properly, we hope. So we're going to change the tensioner, we're going to change the belt, and we're going to change this breather hose today. I think I'm going to keep it all in one video because to get to the belt assembly you need to pull this breather hose anyway, so we'll just tackle it all at one time here. But we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First things first, I will have links up here in the video and in the description for all of the parts in this video. Some from Amazon, some from I can't remember where I ordered the replacement stuff. Hang tight.
A few moments later.
Some parts will be from Auto Haas, Arizona, which they do not give me any kickbacks, but they're freaking awesome. They shipped very quickly, and that is the only place I could find the breather hose. So if you'd like to wait and order that, that really helps us out. But we're gonna dive right into it. So first things first, we need to take off the upper air filter housing here. So you'll grab these little tabs. We got 4 of them, 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So we'll get those off, and then we got to work it out of the rubber grommets here. You just lift up. It's simple as that. There we go. Now we need to unplug the mass airflow sensor. So you squeeze the tab on the back side back here and then just pull. Just like so. And now we'll need a small flathead to loosen this band clamp and get this hose removed. All right, and here we are. I like to get the band clamp nice and loose so that way I know it's not gonna get hung up, and voila. Just like that, the whole upper air filter housing comes right off. So this is a good time to check your air filter while you have it exposed. If you look at this one, it's a K&N air filter. You can tell by the red and the grates on it, but it is very, very dirty. So we'll get this blown out and re-oiled. These are cleanable and reusable. If not, you can just go buy a simple air filter from a parts store, and I'll have a link for that as well. But now we're going to push on. So our belt system is very small and it's very easy to get to, but this little intake piping's a little bit in the way. So we're gonna go ahead and get down here on this band clamp and loosen it, and then we'll pull it free from its connection there and slide this out as well to make sure this is nice and easily exposed. All right, here we are nice and loose again. The size of the nut on the end is a 7mm, which is what I use to take it off instead of a flathead. But we will go ahead and pop it loose from its clip down here now. If I can, I might need 2 hands, and we can just slide it free from this end over here where it's clamped. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this job there. And here we are. So for this little clip down here, you'll need to put a little flathead, put your flathead screwdriver down in there and just kind of pry it a little bit for it to pop out of there. So you'll see here, I just wedged it out down in there. This thing's still hot, man. But all right, we're finally to the point of removing this fuel tank breather hose. All right, so when the line is intact, it's gonna run something like this, up under here, clicked onto this hose. You'll follow it underneath that hose, and when you come over to this side, it'll be right down here behind your breather box where my fingers are. So, I've already removed this section, but all you're trying to do is on these perforated edges here, you're gonna squeeze them, and squeeze it and pull up, and that will release it. I actually fished some needle nose pliers down there and did it without taking anything off of the car, and then you can just gently fish it through that hole to get it out. On this end over here, yours is all still intact. It is the same story. We're gonna squeeze there and get it off of this one, and then I'm gonna reach my hand around and do that one blindly and squeeze it and get it to release, and that way the whole thing's out of there. All right, and here is our other piece, and like I said, yours may be completed. You'll notice here though, I thought it melted and broke, and then I realized after looking closer to both sides, someone had glued that previously. Who knows how long in hell, but it did work for some time. But yeah, so I ended up just sticking my hand in from the back side here, reaching around and squeezing the tab, and I got it to pop off the bottom. All right, now we are good to go on the belt. All right, so to get the belt off, you're gonna be going right on this nut right here. This is a 16 millimeter. You'll want your ratchet. You want your ratchet in the tightened position, and then you'll just flex it over to put slack in the belt, and you can reach up and pull it right off of the alternator there. Get that on there a little better. There we go. We're off of the AC compressor maybe. There we go. Just fish it off wherever you can. Voila! That easy. You can see this one's all cracked everywhere. It's really worn out. So now we have our belt off, and we just need to go ahead and get this tensioner. So this thing, whenever the belt was on, I could see it bouncing a bunch. So that's why we're replacing it. If you're not doing that, you can just go right to putting your belt back on, putting everything together. But if you're trying to do this, what we're going to need is some inverted Torxes. We got 1, 2 down there, 3 at the bottom. So let me go grab that bit, and then we'll get to taking this thing off here. So the size is an E10 inverted Torx. I have it on a 6-inch extension, and that works absolutely perfectly for getting to all 3 bolts. So we're gonna get these out, and then this whole thing is ready to come off. All right, I do suggest doing this on a cool down car, but there she is. Woo! Now we get to put the new one in. All right, so I'm getting ready to slap the new tensioner in, but I did want to tell you that if you don't have the inverted Torx socket for this, you can just use a 6.8 millimeter and it will work just fine. So I'm gonna slap the new one in. The torque on these bolts is 19 Newton meters, so make sure you get them torqued down correctly. And it is as simple as just lining them up, getting them in there, torque them down 19 Newton meters, and voila, we're ready to put the belt back on. All right, here is our new tensioner. It will come pinned down into the loosened position, but it looks like, I don't think we can even slide the belt in onto the crank to get under it. All right, I stand corrected. It all slid perfectly into place where it needs to go. So now we will ratchet right there, and this is the pin right here on the screen. I'm gonna grab that with my fingers whenever I take slack off of it, yank it out, and then we'll just let her loose. And here we are, pin is out. Everything looks absolutely perfect. So now we just got to fish in our new breather hose, which I'll just show you what that looks like once I get it in and how it routes. And then I'll put it all back together and we'll fire it up and see how she's doing. All right, so here we go. It's all in place, so you'll click those 2 in like normal. You come under this radiator hose. Your clamp clicks to this hose up here. You'll go down this hole over that plug and click it into location right down yonder. So here we are, we're ready to put the intake piping back on. I'm gonna clean this air filter and oil it, get it all put back together, and then fire up and see how she does. All right, here we are. Everything's running smooth. There's absolutely no bounce in that tensioner now. I'm not sure how well you can see it down there. But she ain't budging. Everything is tight and good. So if that video helped you out, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more.